Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to my old boring background. I know, the background is so boring and nothing lively and but I just cannot help it. So please bear with me for a while. Anyways, today's video is on Amazon.in Find series and the brush series specifically. And the brushes we are talking about are these, and one just fell down, are these brushes right here. These are so beautiful, right? But I do have a lot of things to talk about. These have been so much raved about these days, like everybody has been using it. Not practically, but I think people on social media have just been talking so many great things about it, like you need it in your life kind of a way. So I thought of giving this a go and really testing it out and letting you guys know if it is a complete necessity in our makeup life, So I bought this from Amazon.in and this is how it came in this box. Hold on a second. So this is how it came in, and I really don't know which is the front side and which is the back. Anyways, here it says that it is called as 10-piece oval brush set gold, and the MRP is written over here as 2,299, and the manufacturer is Pune store. Imported, marketed, manufactured by Pune store, Yash Garden, Pune. Alright, and this is made in China. So these are all the information you get in here, and once you open that box, this is what you get. Now they had this in a black color, matte black, and then they had this color, so I definitely picked up rose gold. Now this is how it looks like. I have washed it, so it is a little bit wet. Let me tell you, it just takes forever to dry. I washed it yesterday and kept it open overnight, and even now it's a little bit damp. So that is something I just wanted to tell you. Alright, so before I go into each and individual brushes in this kit, firstly I'm just going to talk about the bristles of these brushes. I will include a close-up so that you can see it better, but some of the bristles are just hanging out of the actual shape. Like if everything just ends here, a few are just hanging out. That is something you should be knowing about these brushes. Also, the neck of this brush is a little bit flexible. It's not completely stiff. So I think that makes it a little bit easier to spread the foundation or your base makeup. Those are the two things which I wanted you to know. Otherwise, it does not feel flimsy at all. It is plasticky, but at the same time, it feels sturdy, So that is about the packaging and the way these brushes are made. So coming to the individual brushes, I'm first going to talk about these three. These are particularly face brushes. So this is the biggest one. This is the smaller one compared to this, and then this is the smallest. Now when it comes to foundation, I like using this compared to the biggest one, because the biggest one sometimes cannot get into each and every corner of my face. So I kind of like using this. Of course you can use this as well for your foundation. Now coming to the application, these brushes are definitely faster in that aspect, in a sense that you don't have to dampen them or anything like that. You can just dot your foundation all over your face. You can just spread it entirely and you would be done in no time. Now that is the biggest plus point of these brushes according to me. Now coming to the face brushes, I prefer using this one. This is the smaller one, not the smallest but the smaller one, just because it's a little bit easier to reach around the corners of my nose and around the sides of my face. So, but definitely you can use this as well, And then I used this brush to do my concealer. Now I specifically do not like using this brush for concealer, just because I feel like it kind of pulls that area, and also you cannot reach the tear duct area of your eye. Like if you want to give that highlighted look with the concealer, and when you dot the concealer here, you cannot really reach that area with this brush. which is not something I like, so I don't reach for these brushes for my concealer. I much rather prefer this kind of a sponge which has like a tapered end, and you can actually press it like this and you can reach that area perfectly. So for concealer, this brush is definitely not my favorite, but I have to say that if you look past that con where this brush cannot actually reach that area, this actually does a pretty good job in blending the cream concealers out. For example, the NYX Gotcha Cover Concealer, that is really thick and very full coverage. So with those kind of concealers, this brush works perfectly in a sense that it kind of spreads it evenly throughout. So with those kind of thick concealers, for me, the beauty blender is not the best tool to apply, just because I feel like it does help in blending that thick concealer out, but it does not help in spreading the concealer, you know. So for those kind of thick concealers, this might be a great pick because it just helps in spreading the concealer evenly throughout your eyes, but again, you cannot reach the inner corner of your eye. So for concealer, I only use this if I have to use a thick full coverage concealer. Otherwise, with liquid concealers, I don't really reach for these. So that is about the face brushes. Then we have these two smaller brushes, and I use this one for my cream contouring, and again, this is not my favorite for that because I feel like the brush is so densely packed that whenever I am doing this thing, like when I'm blending the contour over here, I feel like the makeup underneath is just moving around. So not my favorite. For cream contouring, I prefer using those dome shaped brushes that just does the job very perfectly. So for contouring, again, this is not my favorite. Now I haven't really used this brush for any particular reason because I feel like it's way too chubby and fat, and I don't know what this might be used for. I think you can use it for bronzing, but I don't like this for powdering. Also, I forgot to mention that I used this brush for powdering my face, and I have to say, for powdering, this is just not for me. I would always prefer those big fluffy fat brushes which just distributes the product in the right quantity, the right way. This, I feel, was just packing my powder onto my face, which I do not like. At the same time, if you're using the powder as your foundation, then this might do a great job because this, you know, packs on the product. And yeah, for actual powdering wherein you just want to powder your face, not the best option. But if you want to use powder as your foundation, that might be great with this. So then we have all of these tiny brushes, out of which two are this round shaped brushes, and then these three are for your smudging or maybe for lining. So I'm going to be honest about these brushes. Now on Instagram, from what I have seen, people use this for lining their eyes, but I just don't see myself using these brushes for that particular purpose, just because these are not as fine. Like, how am I supposed to line my eyes with something like this, which is like chubby, you know, and fat? So the only purpose I've used this for is for smudging my liner, and for that these just serve a great purpose. And I have to say, for smudging your liner, these come very handy, in a sense that you can just apply a line of your kajal or whatever you are doing and just go once or twice, and it covers the entire line at one go. So it's very fast in that thing, and that's the only purpose I've used this for. Now coming to these two, I haven't used these at all, these two dot things. I've only seen these on Instagram wherein people use it for that dot contouring and dot highlighting, but come on, who has got time to use that sort of a method on a daily routine, right? To be honest, I don't really reach out for these brushes at all, and I only reach out for these when I'm in real hurry. And the only brush which I use is this one, which is the middle bigger one for spreading my foundation. But anytime if you ask me which one gives the better finish, I definitely like my beauty blender. The finish of beauty blender is just unbeatable. You just get this flawless finish. But whereas with this, I feel like the makeup just sits on top of your skin. I don't know, nobody has really said that, but according to me, what I feel is my makeup just looks like it is just on the surface, you know. So yeah, I don't love the finish which this gives, but when I'm in real hurry, only then I reach out for only this brush. Apart from that, I don't reach for any of these brushes except this. If I am again using a cream concealer which is really thick, then this does a better job in spreading the concealer, and again I go ahead with this beauty blender to blend that concealer. Alright, so now if you ask me, do I recommend this complete kit to you? Do I think that you need all of these brushes? Absolutely no. Only brush I would recommend is something like this, which is not too huge. It's somewhere medium sized brush, and it kind of helps in spreading your foundation way too quickly, and it is a little bit easier to reach around the crevices of your face. So the only brush which I would highly recommend is this. If you are interested in these kind of brushes, just go and buy one individual or single one. There are a lot of these kind of brushes available, and see for yourself how well do you like it. Do you like the finish it gives? Do you think it's revolutionary item in your makeup kit? Then I think you can go ahead and purchase all of these, even though I don't think you need these. So yeah, that's all for this video. So I hope that I gave you an overall idea about these. I definitely don't reach out for these at all, except, as I've already mentioned 100 times, if I'm running extremely late. Otherwise, I don't like the finish of these. I think these are so hyped up, and I don't know. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know if you have used these kind of brushes. What do you think of them? Do you like it? Do you not like it? And I will leave all my social media handles in the description box below. If you want, you can follow me there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.